Today we're going over how to create an easy email opt-in for your website using the Bloom plugin from Elegant Themes. So as you probably know, I'm a big Elegant Themes guy. I use the Divi theme, I use all their plugins. I think they are just super cool and provide really helpful, actionable, really good stuff to create business websites. So today we are using the Bloom plugin. Now the Bloom plugin is basically how you create easy opt-ins for a WordPress site. Now they look super good out of the box, they're easy to implement, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So here I'm assuming that you already have Bloom installed. Now as you can see, I have 3 opt-ins going on this site. We've had 18.3 thousand impressions and 2 conversions, so obviously we need to do a little bit better there, but this is more for testing purposes than anything. So let's say I want to create a new one. Well, obviously you're going to select new opt-in, and then you pick which one you want to do. So you can have one that pops up, so maybe it's triggered by a button click and pops up. You can have one that flies in from the bottom of the screen, or you can have some inline ones, some locked content, a widget, whatever. Most of the time you're going to be choosing inline, which is kind of one that just sits on a web page. So you're going to give it a name, so maybe you're creating some sort of opt-in for a lead magnet about LinkedIn. So you're going to type in LinkedIn lead magnet, or you can type in whatever you want. So you've named the opt-in. Remember, your viewers will not see that. That's just for you. That's just on the back end. Now you have to link this form to an actual email list. So as you can see, Bloom has a ton of the most popular ones, and you can even do a custom HTML form. I use ActiveCampaign, so I'm going to select ActiveCampaign. It is going to ask you to select an account, and then you can either add an account and use an API key to get in there, or you can select one that I've already uploaded, which is my active account right here. And then it will show you all your email lists for that account. So here are the ones I'm using, and I'm just going to select this dummy list. So now anytime someone enters into this form, their contact information will be passed to the dummy list on ActiveCampaign, and whatever I have set up to go there will start rolling. And then I am not going to click save and exit. I'm going to scroll down, and now we're going to design our opt-in. Now there are a lot of options here when it comes to designing, but I kind of ignore these because if you look, they're all kind of the same, maybe just with different colors. So maybe you can choose one that's based on your theme that you like a lot and then just go with that one. A lot of times I'll pick this little blue one with an image, 2 opt-in boxes, a button, and some text. So obviously this is what it's going to look like starting off, and then we can edit from there. So let's just select this guy right here, and then we're going to scroll down and going to customize what we just picked. So now we're actually customizing that opt-in form. So if we click preview, we can see what we've got so far. This is what it looks like. It looks really nice. It kind of flew in with some animation, and it looks really cool. So I'm going to edit this a little bit. So want our guide to LinkedIn. So that's my headline. Then I'm going to change the message. Enter your name and email and get instant access to the guide. Now let's preview this real quick, and this is how it's changed. So you can see our headline has changed. There's a little space that will sometimes be closed up. This is how you fix that in Bloom. So what you do is you click on text, and as you can see, for some reason a non-breaking space was entered, so you just delete that if that were to ever show up. It doesn't show up all the time, but it does sometimes. That's how you fix it. Next, you can choose where you want your image to be, so it can be above the text, below it, to the right of the text, or to the left. And then you can pick which image you want to use. So maybe you have already created a little book. Let's select this little phone animation right here, select opt-in, and now let's preview again. So now that little iPod thing will show up on our opt-in. So let's keep customizing. Here's where you can choose how you want the animation to work. So it can either zoom in, flip, bounce, swing, ta-da, fade in, whatever you want. Let's see how ta-da looks. Again, so let's preview that. Ta-da! So it kind of shakes at you. He's having fun. That's kind of cool. You can also choose to hide image on mobile. So maybe someone's using a small phone and doesn't want to necessarily get all these images served up. However, I don't usually select that at all. So you're going to unselect that. Now you can choose some styling. So the opt-in styling is going to be this right here, this blue area. So you can change the background color. Maybe you want to choose purple. You can choose the header font. I just go with Open Sans. I like to go with rounded corners for the actual opt-in corner. No border. I like the light text. Now you can style the form. So your form, now it's purple. Your form is this dark area over here. So in this form, this is where it gets pretty cool. We're going to put the form on the right or the bottom. Let's do the bottom. Now if we preview it, our form has moved to the bottom, but now it's not showing up because that's too big. So let's go ahead and make it on the right after all. You can opt to include a name field or not. I'm going to include a name. Let's do single name field. Here you can choose what you want it to say. So I'll say first name. Email texts. We can say enter your email, and then here's what you want the button to say. I want the guide, little exclamation point. Let's check in on our opt-in. All right, it's looking good. There's the first name, text box, the email, and then I want the guide. Now I don't love this dark background right here, so let's go ahead and change that form background, which you can do right here. Let's go ahead and make it not quite white, maybe like an off-white. Let's keep the corners rounded. Here you can actually choose to have the forms fields made inline. Let's see if that looks okay. So it doesn't show up when it's to the right like that, but if this was on the bottom, they would be inline. So let's go ahead and keep them stacked so it doesn't mess with any CSS. You can also choose your button color. So I'm going to make my button color kind of a cool green. Let's go ahead and check that to see the reflection. So now it's green. And maybe we want to choose an edge style. Let's do this torn paper look. How does that look? All right, so that's edgy, right? But I'm just gonna go with this little notch right here. Next, you can also put in some form footer text if you want to, and you can click a success message. So I might type, thank you, your guide is on the way. You can also customize this to your heart's content. If you want to go into your Google developer tools and find the little CSS selectors to custom code anything, you can do that. So we've designed our opt-in, we've set it to a form. Next, we just need to show the success action. So you can do one of two things. You can either show the success message, right, which we already created in step 1, or you can actually have this redirect to a URL. Now this is good for getting conversions on any pixels or tracking software like that, because the only way people can see that page is if they submit their information. So here you might say brand styles / thank you, and then when someone clicks the submit button, it will take them to that page. Now once that's done, you want to click generate shortcode, and this will show you a shortcode, and all you're going to want to do is copy that, click OK, and then obviously save and exit. Don't forget to do that or you will not have an opt-in. That will be a sad day. And all you have to do to implement this opt-in anywhere you want on your Divi website is to copy and paste that text, that shortcode we just highlighted, into a text module anywhere on your page. So let's go and do that real quick. So let's go to my site homepage. Let's open up the Visual Builder. Let's go down kind of to this random section, and we'll add an opt-in right below this. So we'll add another row. We'll just call it a single row. We'll add some text, and then we will just paste that opt-in, delete that content, and then paste the opt-in. Now, if you don't see your opt-in showing up, again, select this text and make sure that you're not pasting. See that pasted with a span. We don't want to do that. We just want to paste it without any sort of elements around it so that it will show up. Then when you click this green check mark, it will take a few seconds to propagate. Sometimes you have to refresh the page, but if you were to click over to my site, you would see that opt-in right there. So it's really pretty cool. Really easy way to set up awesome looking opt-ins on your business website. So if I was taking time, obviously pasting that short code would work perfectly and it would look really good. And it could be just this builder right now, but that's all you have to do. And then your site is ready to collect email. I'm Brandon Stiles. I'm a digital marketer in Atlanta. Please subscribe to the channel if that was helpful. Check out some of the other videos and I will see you soon.